The small, dimly lit space is filled with the smell of burning incense. Maximus, a seasoned business and showman, sits alone at a worn-out wooden table. He wears his top hat and blue tweed suit that he has become known for. The flickering candlelight casts shadows on his weathered face, revealing a mix of determination and melancholy. That's it then. Ondar City, the crown jewel of our journey, has thrown us aside. The caravan's destination, the final ending, Garrulus. Not the grand finale we had envisioned. The end of the road. But we can't let it end in silence. Garrulus deserves a farewell that echoes through the alleys and resonates in the hearts of its people. One last hurrah. A show so grand, so magnificent, that they'll beg us to stay. We'll paint the city with colours they've never seen, and our performance will be etched into their memories. Yet, reality looms like a shadow. Ondar City was our lifeline, and without it, the caravan. It's unsustainable. Garrulus, the city of culture, but not the wealth we need to survive. It pains me, but each dancer must find their own path. We've come so far, from Gibbelrot to Ondar City, creating magic at every stop. The desert winds carried our stories, and now we face the final curtain. But by the powers, we will give Garrulus a show to remember, a spectacle that transcends the limitations of our caravan, a farewell fit for legends. It can't end here. We adapt. We survive. Selena and Talia, the twins, the most talented pair I've ever had the pleasure of working with. They'll stay with me in their own way. And the newcomer, there's something about that one. A spark, an hunger for more. Yes, I'll keep them on my books. A separate act, a travelling trio, but they'll need to navigate their own paths. Yes, accommodations, catering, costumes, I'll arrange everything. They'll travel light, but with the same fire that fueled the caravan. Now, for the coin, a new venture, a secret I'll keep close to my chest. A bit shady perhaps, but survival requires unconventional means. A nightly event in the shadows. A spectacle for those with a taste for the forbidden. Something that will keep the coffers full, and the twins, along with the newcomer, dancing under the moonlight. Sometimes, my friend, survival requires dancing on the edge. We've been on the road too long not to master the art. The end of the road. The final act. Still, I better get this speech practiced, otherwise I won't be prepared to give it to the others. It's a shame it's had to come to this, but means must as we are prepared to go on. Ladies and gentlemen, our journey has been one of wonder and awe, but every show must have its final curtain. The Caravan, our home on wheels, our sanctuary of artistry, must disband. Each of you, my fellow performers, has added to your own chapter and to our tale, but the time has come for you to pen new adventures. Talia, Selena, and the newcomer, I've chosen to keep you close. A separate journey awaits, funded by a venture that will sustain us, even in the shadows. Enter
Master Maximus, the encampment awaits your words.
Thank you, Lucia. I'll be out shortly. The last Hurrah will be the grandest Garrulus has ever seen. I owe them that much. And so Maximus takes his speech, folds it up, and puts it in his pocket, ready to leave his rooms to face his travelling family one last time to break the news to them that the end is near. However, the last hurrah will be their greatest and most memorable.